So this is basically part 2 of day 3.
I have Message Magic open and I have Skype open there.
Okay.
But it's totally empty. And I finished adding new friends.
Right. So normal process would be immediately after you've added them, then you save a file, CS file in your People folder, and then you do your moving around in categories in your Skype using Message Magic. But if you didn't do it, it's always good practice to do the process of loading categories. So yeah, activities, retrieve users, load from contacts is how you bring up a category.
Added today and OK.
Right. So zAdded today is the category that Message Magic creates. And so we want to empty that out every day where we move them around in categories. What's your question?
How do I know it's actually working?
Because, that's a good question. Click on activities and you'll see that, and that's how you know it's working. Try retrieve users. Then it didn't work. Check. Okay, wait a minute, hold on, see what happened? Any, yeah. And okay, so that any is really important. There we go.
There they are now.
That was pretty fast. That was really fast. Okay.
Yes, then we want to save this to a file.
Right. So user action.
User selections.
Right. Yeah.
Select all.
Yeah, select all. Oops, sometimes it misses the highlight one.
And user actions.
Right. So that uses those 3 things under activities is step 1, 2, and 3 of whatever you're doing. So yeah, user actions, save to CSV file. So this is what you do immediately after adding contacts every day. The people that are selected, you create a file for that day, and I like to put in brackets, in parentheses, what I call round brackets, the number of people. You had 55 today. Yeah. Now later we'll be able to manage those particular contacts. You use a certain criteria and a certain to bring them up, to select them, and a certain you sent a certain message that you're testing, and after enough results you can split test another approach, another message, another criteria. And again, we didn't show the
I removed them from zAdded today.
Right. That's what you did. And
user actions, add to category.
Yes. BD1 follow-up. Now you're accumulating, leave that there for a second before you hit OK. You can check it, but just keep your mouse there. You're adding the people that you added today, you're accumulating them in BD1 follow-up so that every 3 days or so, no less than once a week, you send a follow-up message to them, after which you move them out of that category and into the next.
Okay.
Perfect. You basically did it. Almost. Let's hit OK. And then look at your Skype. We should be watching your Skype while you're doing this. There we go. Perfect.
It's added 103.
Perfect. Well, it's adding 55. It's accumulating from yesterday when you did this.
Right.
Right. And zAdded today is empty. And so
tomorrow will be a 3rd day.
So you'll be doing your follow-up as a 3rd step. 3 steps being, what are the 3 things you do tomorrow? Normally it's 2 things. You're searching to build a database, and then you're adding contacts. So that's what you learned from day 1, searching for Skype users to build a database, and on day 2 you add contacts, and on day 2 you build a database, learn to search, and day 3 of the 10-day challenge is when we
start moving and following up.
We add them as contacts and move them into categories. Day 4 is when we send follow-ups. But that happens, that's what you learn in the 10-day challenge on day 3. But every 3 days, or no less often than once a week, you want to send an actual follow-up message, which is, for the people, you've been doing this, but for most people, That's the first time they actually send a message or a broadcast using Message Magic. The message they use the first time is adding contacts. Let's see your message. Hi, first name. Good. Correct squiggly brackets to change it, personalize it to their first name. My name is Carolyn. I am looking for interesting people to connect with that may have the same interests in scrapbooking, quilting, and design to share and exchange ideas. If you have the same or similar interests, I would enjoy the connection. And you've done that a few times, so we have to do that for like...
Yes, and it's getting
better.
And it's going to people that are 40 or older.
Right.
And I'm actually talking with people that have similar interests.
But at least they have hobbies and interests that you're starting to have a dialogue and build a relationship about a common interest. Hooray! It's working.
That I can talk to, and they're not a bunch of kids.
Did you close Message Magic?
Yeah.
It would be really cool to show the about. Is it closed? I really like the suggestion Erica had about actually mousing over the about column in your Message Magic. And if you see something in someone's about that is, topics or, you can tell it's the kind of person you wouldn't want to be interested in, like them, to be polite, or maybe they're just kids or whatever. There may be some reason, some way you can tell in their about before you even add them. You can uncheck them and not add those people. Carolyn?
It just has to get into a routine.
Right.
And it might, just forming a new habit takes time. But if you do it every single day for 7 days, for 30 days, you will have formed a habit.